Okay, now for the bushing, we have the drawing is right here, as you can see. I updated the outside OD of this sleeve part because I measured the actual parts. Once I unpressed I pressed out the sleeve. I actually measured this and measured the ID of the part. So I updated this outer dimension a little bit. Okay, so here's the plan. This is the piece I'm going to use. Here's the bushing I pushed out right here. A little flange on that end, right? The hex is on this end. So this piece is just that much too long, about 3/8 inch longer than the one we're going to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this up in here, dial it in on this larger diameter. This larger diameter is 1 5/16, and the large diameter here is 1 1/4. But that diameter, if it ends up being 1 5/16, that's fine. So anyway, so I'm going to dial it in on this big diameter. Then I'm going to face and do all my drilling, get all that done. Then I'm going to pull this out, dial it in, just holding it on by just the nubs there. Put the live center in, and we'll do all the OD turning. Get that done. And then we'll be just about done. And then I'll turn around. Excuse me. Oh, man. Turn around and fix up the length. Probably just turn it off. Maybe I'll just part some of that off. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Anyway, and then we'll turn around and finish it off. Then we'll take it to the mill and do the hex. That's the plan. Oh, man. Okay, now you can see it both here. So we're always looking just for the highs. That's the high, right? This is the low. So this is the low. That's the high, right? There's the low. We're going to loosen up a little bit more. So. We're about 10 out. About 2, 3, 2.5 out. About a little less than 2. half. Less than half, couple tenths maybe. We'll call it good. Turn some lights back on. I can go around and make sure these are all tight, I think. Sure, I can't move them. Okay. Now she spins. Oh, that's pretty good. I think you used to have a new handle on that spot there. I think I need a new edge on that one. That's better. Okay. Now we're going to drill it. All right, it's just a 1/2-inch drill. I'm just going to get a good start on the hole. Jobber's link drill now. About a 1/2 inch to go. Get through it. I'm gonna be boring it anyway, so if it's a little off, it's okay. Okay, I got the boring bar in, and I had it drilled out 3 inches deep to 11/16. Well, they want it to be 7. I want it to be 7/18. I'm at 7/04, so not much has to be come out. It's just going to be a clean up kind of thing. Get things set up here. $7.19 there in the end. See if I can get down in there. $7.18. Yeah. That's what it's going to be, I think. That's perfect. I mean, as far as what this is. If it doesn't fit, I'll chuck it back up and take some more off. Okay, I got this all chucked up, dialed in. I don't know what kind of taper we might end up with, but we'll see if we got enough room to adjust it out. But anyway, so I wanted to make this 1.25 inches, and then make a thing with 3. I'm right at 312, so it's 5/16. So 62 thousandths when you want to take off of that. Nice color on the chips there, nice and blue. That's good. Only at 20 thousandths depth of cut, that's why it didn't break. Nice finish though. $21. We'll just take another 10 and call her good. It's not that critical a measurement. That's absolute perfect finish. Just for Mike Dittman there, I was turning that at 912 RPM. Feed rate was about 3,000. Yeah, about 3,000th inches per rev. So not very much, but boy, that beautiful finish. You wouldn't have to do anything almost to that. I mean, it's not a mirror, but boy, it's damn good. All right, so the total length of this thing's 3.5 inches, which is basically to the chuck, right? Basically to that line, so that's good enough. We won't have to mark anything more. The other part then is about 3.3 inches. So we'll mark that off. So really, it's pretty rough. And this needs to be about 200 thousandths thick. So that's an accurate marking there with that big Sharpie, huh? Nothing wrong with that. I'll spin it here real quick. Out there. So we're going to cut the rest of it down up to that line. 1.102 is what we're going to do. Like I said, we'll find out what our taper is here. We'll do a little cut. We don't have a lot to play with. We got about 25 thousandths to play with, so not a lot. I'll turn this down here to match that first, and then we'll go from there. That's a nice cut. That's 65,000 depth of cut. Peeled that right off. Great finish too. Okay, I'm gonna take a skim cut on it and see what our taper is. So you can see where it stopped cutting there. So let's see what we got. We're probably almost all the way around. Yeah, we're cutting all, well, no, almost. There's hardly a little pocket there, so let's see what we got. 19 and a half. Nineteen and a half. How about that? So it's cutting like wicked straight. What kind of dumb luck is that? Take a couple more. Thirteen and a half. $14. All right, so we got half a thou, basically a taper, which is just fine. I mean, it's got to press in, but it's only pressed in for this first, 3/4 of an inch or so. I'll show you the part until I find where I set it down at. God dang, what did I do with it? I'm sorry, a little more than what I said there. No, just a smidge over 3/4. So, yeah, see, this is the only part that's real critical as far as the sizing, real critical for the sizing goes, because it's pressed into this. So I do not want to be under the 102, because all the friction, the fit on there is what transmits the twisting power to the shaft. If it slips in there, then you have to put a set screw or something in. I don't want to do that. I want to get it. I like to get it right. So I think 102 will be a nice 1/1000th press, and yeah, I went and made a new tool. Some from a half-inch piece. I've been needing to do that anyway. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. We're going to turn that around. Take that out. Turn it around. And we need to do a little bit of boring on the other end. We need to take off the excess material. And let's see, that's about it. And then we'll be able to mill it. So we got our part out, and we're going to turn around here. We're going to mount this back in. We're going to dial in on probably this, or that doesn't matter, either one of these two diameters right here. And we're going to face it. We're going to take off all this where it's chowdered up here. This bit, from the end to this shoulder area. We only need a small piece, so this was just left on there to chuck up. So we're gonna face all that off. Then we're gonna bore this to 0.632. That's the diameter for the flats. That's the spacing across the flats of the hex. So we're gonna Should be able to get my copper spacers in here. This is just a piece of copper pipe pounded flat. These are about an inch long chunks, and just, well, I put them in my vise actually, I think, and just squished them. Let's see here. Work pretty good to clamp stuff with. Pull this stuff out of the way a little bit. Boy, I tell you, when neighbors come by, all of a sudden you're out there for an hour. I'm having a hard time trying to get something done here today. Anyway, we got this thing sitting here. Let's get this thing lined up. Let's finish it up here. Remember, tighten the highs, loosen the lows if you have to. Get all of them tight first, though, before you start loosening. Tighten the highs. Once you get things good and tight, then then you can start loosening them. If you have to, I mean, if you're still out a lot. So, see, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm going to have to loosen something here. We're down to about 2. Yeah, 2. We're down to, well, basically 0. Not moving at all. So we're good. We'll leave it there. 0 is always good. Make sure they're tight. Well, yeah, that was a little bit. There we go. Now we're all tight. Yeah, that's 0. Yeah, those big cuts were 60 thousandths. I'll have to do a finish cut on there. That's not very smooth. Yeah. Oh yeah, that way better. Okay, a little chamfer, and then Now we'll bore it to the right dimension. Okay, I got boring bars set up here. I'm gonna get a quick measurement on this. I think we're not gonna take off much. I want 632, and we're at 629. So 3 thousandths, just a skimmer cut. Way too fast there. Just checking my feed rate. Only going in there to about that blue line, about 3/4 of an inch. That's about it. I need to go a little bit deeper, it looks like. Just a touch more. So, good enough. That'll work. That will work. We'll leave it there. So, I'm going to put a little chamfer on that. I just knock that sharp edge off. And then, what are we going to do? We're going to then we're going to mill it. Then we're going to mill the hex in there. That should be it.